What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at team of the group stage, Haller. He is the 88 rated striker and the SBC for today, and he is a 3-star, 4-star. To be honest, not looking terrible, to be fair. Another fantastic player to whack into your Eredivisie team. He's coming in at 65,000 coins, an 85 rated team, which to be honest isn't bad already. But it's only 50 chem, which I think is absolutely spot on. I really do think that that is a very, very good requirement for this card. Obviously, yes, he is necessarily in a minor league in terms of not the major 5, but with the players that you've got around him, you've obviously got David Neres that you could go a right wing. You've obviously got an informed Tadic. You have got Openda, I believe is what he's called, the striker for Belgium. Obviously, he was a squad foundations as well as the other 4 squad foundations. And then obviously Berghuis, the new player of the month, or the 3 of them there is. And then obviously a couple of informs as well. So there is actually a really nice Eredivisie team now. I think there's only a handful of positions that you kind of think, yeah, I could do with a little bit extra there. But Haller is definitely one of the better strikers. I think him mixed with Openda is going to be a lovely combination because Haller is, again, quite a tall striker. The other guy, the Belgium lad, is 5'9", so there is a nice complementary sort of value that you can go with it as well. Obviously, one is smaller and quicker. Haller is a big hold-up striker. That being said, some of the stats are absolutely fantastic for him. Just looking genuinely out of this card, he's had an upgrade from an 80 rated all the way up to an 88. He's had 19 pace, 10 dribbling passing, 9 shooting, 4 defending, and 8 physicality. So a fantastic upgrade nonetheless. In terms of the traits, we've got power header at the minimum, obviously 6'3". I'm expecting him to be able to head that ball. In terms of kind of what you're looking at in terms of pace, with the engine actually activated, you've got 86 acceleration, 93 sprint speed, which is not terrible. You also already have 90 on everything in terms of finishing, shot power, and positioning, which is always brilliant. Then we get a little bit of a bonus on the dribbling. You get 89 agility, 90 balance, as well as 90 composure already, and 93 dribbling on the card, with the reactions and ball control already being fantastic. Head and accuracy we don't need to cover because that's already good, and the physicality of him again is absolutely sublime. Again, the one last stat that I think is one worth to mention, or at least the last 2, is the short passing and vision. So I really think that this card is going to be worth it nonetheless. 60k is really nothing. 88 rated, which is already a very big upgrade, which is good. And he fits into the Eredivisie team. So let's jump into Haller and see, is he worth it? It's a big boy Haller. Good turn. Tries to fit the pass in there, but not quite got past Felipe. Haller again is going to be one of these strikers that you can really hit with the ball. We find him through here. Can we get the first touch? It's not the greatest. Still kind of learning with this sort of striker. He's a little bit different to what I'm used to in terms of more of a hold-up striker than anything. He's not necessarily kind of a pace and go, really. Again, what can we find? Obviously, you can feel almost the kind of bulkiness in him, but then at the same time, sometimes you can feel a little bit of skill coming from him, a little bit more dribbling, kind of like the left stick dribbling, as you can see here. It is quicker than most kind of normal sort of big strikers. Going to find that pass in. Unfortunately, we can't find the goal from him. But again, like I say, in terms of left stick dribble, the kind of more static is actually quite responsive. As you kind of run in, he does tend to get slower and slower in terms of how he stops. But that, I think, is just natural. Finds it to Haller. Looking for that pass behind. Oh, I thought he was going to get it. No. Poor striking. I definitely need to stop running with him so much. I feel like that's kind of maybe my little bit of a problem with him. I'm so used to the more faster strikers. Somebody who I can literally just run down the pitch with. And that, again, it does take a little bit of getting used to. But I feel like you definitely can pick it up. It is that sort of mentality to just remember he's not necessarily just going to sprint past everybody. I'll try and find the pass here instead, and maybe just kind of trying to set up the striker more than necessarily trying to run through. Gets the little dink, and that's a solid header. Thought we may have been able to just dink him there. Left foot. Okay, give it a try. Give a little bit of a finesse onto him. Haller, left-footed through ball into our left mid, and again that's poor and definitely kind of missing the left wing. Find it here, all the way across, looking for Haller. He's gone to an offside position. There he is. Oh, that's not him. Where is his red boots? There he is. First touch, and it's a good save. Oh my, there is no way. Big boy Chip. Are we literally looking at the same person here? He has just flicked the striker, done a little pass around the defender, and chipped the keeper. Like, genuinely, we just saw a minute ago, not necessarily struggling to get a goal, but I mean, he never really could get in the position, and he goes and does that. Find him in the middle. Needs a delivery, and it's absolutely shocking from whoever that right mid is. Honestly, that was a terrible ball forward. Into Haller. He's just not going to be able to get the nimble feet to get round him there. It's a big ball into him. Can we get that finesse? He took in it, but unfortunately the keeper is going to make the save. Little ball back to him, but again it is blocked. Finds it into him here. Goes for the straight shot, and that's going to be number 2. Love to see it from him. Great goal, great finish. That's a big ball. Oh my, what a header. Nearly getting his hat-trick there, but unfortunately he is denied by the post. Good ball. Can we get the header or the chest? It's the one thing that he's going to really have over a lot of these strikers is the fact that he is very, very physical. Haller's going to find him in. That's a solid ball. Looking for Haller. Oh, okay. Not necessarily Haller. Going to find him here, though. What can we find? Try a turn inside. Chip in. Bit of movement. Good control. How can we get out of this position? Yeah, I didn't think we could. No. Poor. Very poor. Should have just passed it back out. Was just seeing if he could potentially do something. But only having that 3-star weak foot or 3-star skill moves, I will add, isn't necessarily the greatest thing in the world. Oh, that's a solid ball from Haller. Gonna knock it back to him. Give him a little strike. And thank you very much for his hat-trick. Can we make it 4 with a header? Oh no, good block. Big header from him here. Not quite again, getting in on the action. But unfortunately the header just not quite there for him today. Little roulette and a strike. Absolute finish from him. He is a very good shooter. Definitely finishing is a big part of him. And like I say, the kind of hold-up striker, somebody who's going to have that bit of more physicality necessarily over his kind of dribbling / pace. Can we get a cross goal from him? Oh, well, that just explains it all really, doesn't it? And number 6. Love to see it. So going into Haller, he is a fantastic striker. A very, very good striker. And that being said, there obviously is his limitations. Obviously, pace-wise, he's good. Like, you definitely won't just beat every single man with him. But most definitely a wonderful upgrade for him. I think in terms of this SBC for this card, I would be looking at objectives mainly. He isn't, again, like we could imagine, going to take over many spots. He's not going to take over your Mbappe. He's probably not going to overtake my Aubameyang. But that being said, for objectives, for Eredivisie objectives, even for Ivory Coast objectives, it's definitely something that we will see at some point, especially with obviously all of the kind of nation requirements that they do give out eventually. We probably will see that as well, which is always great to be prepared with it. With the mix of the League SBC and obviously just grinding out daily objectives, 85 rated teams should be absolutely easy. And if you wanted to wait until, Monday, I can imagine we will get upgrades, then obviously do that. That is going to be a fantastic way to get this card done for absolutely little value. We did it with completely untradeable from some packs we did yesterday, and again another 88 into the squad, another big card into the Eredivisie team, mixed with all of the free squad foundations that they gave us, obviously David Neres, who we got from an SBC, and just general sort of packs that we've done. Player of the months, we got a red Tadic, we've got a very nice Eredivisie team shaping up now. That being said, some of the highlights for this Haller card, I think shooting-wise was absolutely brilliant. Obviously, a couple of goals for him, but his terms of shooting without putting any sort of chemistry style on it was brilliant. I really can't kind of fault that. Hold of the ball was really nice. You could definitely feel his strength. 6'3", quite a big player, to be honest. You just kind of forget when you put him next to someone who's like 5'8", 5'9", that actually he is ginormous, like genuinely a big player, really good at kind of holding against the defenders, and especially somebody like Van Dijk. When you look at Varane, they are tall centre backs, so you're going to need somebody who is a bit stronger. If you are using that 5'9" as kind of a lone striker, it's just not going to work. So having two up there, Haller feeding the ball into him, and then obviously spinning off, kind of going with him on the kind of pace side of stuff, and then knocking it back to him to have a shot, is always fantastic. Overall wise for me, I'd be looking at a solid like 8.5. I think the SBC is a 10. Like 85 rated, 50 chem. I think that is an important one because you can just literally whack most leagues in there, which is always brilliant. But I think 85 rated at the minimum for an 88 rated card in decent value for an SBC, as well as in the Eredivisie where we've had quite a few nice cards, but it's not an oversaturated position yet. It's not another midfielder. I would have took a left back, to be honest, but I think he's genuinely a nice card to play with. Yes, like I say, he's not going to be main team worthy, which is just what we knew from the start. But in terms of an objective side squad, he's going to make life a hell of a lot easier for you. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure you hit that like button. And if you want to subscribe, we are so close to 10k. We'll be bringing out more reviews from the actual team after this video. So stay tuned for all of that. And I'll see you all for the next one. Peace.